Hello students. In today's topic, we are going to see about stop and wait ARQ. In the previous session, we saw that ARQ techniques are used in data link layer in order to perform error detection and correction. So we saw that there are three types of ARQ techniques. One is stop and wait, second one is go back in, and third one is selective repeat ARQ. So in this session, I'm going to discuss about the stop and wait ARQ. The stop and wait ARQ is the most basic mechanism among the three, and the stop and wait ARQ frame are sent one by one in sequential order only. If the frame 0 sends to receiver, acknowledgement 1 will be sent back to the sender. If the frame 1 is sent to the receiver, acknowledgement 2 will be sent back to the sender and so on. The sending devices should send a frame 0 to receiving device, and the sender keeps a copy of this frame 0. At this time, there is a timer start to timing. When the frame 0 sends to the receiver, if this frame correctly received, a positive acknowledgement 0 is sent back, and to tell that the expecting frame 1 transmission. So during the transmission, if the frame 0 lost, then the receiving device does not receive anything. So what it will do? If a damaged frame 0 sends to the receiver will discard this frame and it will send a negative acknowledgement to the sender. Once the sender receives the negative acknowledgement from the transmitter, the sender will transmit the same frame again. So the stop and wait ARQ algorithm works in a sequential order. So the stop and wait ARQ can undergo three different conditions. The first condition is the damaged frame. When the received frame is a damaged frame, then how it will work? When the receiver discovers an error in the received frame, also it will send a negative acknowledgement so that the sender will retransmit the last frame. The sender transmit a data frame 0, the receiver returns an acknowledgement 1 indicating that the data 0 remains undamaged and it is accepting data 1. So the receiver discovers an error in data 2, then it will send a negative acknowledgement. The sender retransmits the data. If the data 2 arrives again is undamaged and the receiver returns an acknowledgement 3. So all the operations performed in the stop and wait ARQ are in a sequential order. So what happened when the frame is lost? So the frame lost also, the same operation will continue. So when a sender transmitted to a receiver, the data 1 is transmitted. If the data 2 is acknowledgement is lost, then the data 0 is transmitted again until the positive acknowledgement is received from the receiver. So this is the drawback is it's very slow compared to the other techniques since it is in a sequential order. So in next class, we will saw about the go back end techniques. Thank you, students.